Hi my friends, CA here, and this week's book pick is A Velocity of Being, Letters to a Young Reader. Clearly there are a lot of books aimed at kids and young adults that are published, and some we share, the few that we really feel offer unique voices or touch on sort of geek-related themes, encouraging young people to really embrace their inner geek. And all the books we share I do love, or else I wouldn't share them, but I have to say there are some books that really stand out or really have a strong impact on me. Velocity of Being is one of those books. And I'll admit the cover itself didn't overwhelm me, but it's what's inside the book that I really love and think every family should own this book. It is a collection of letters from activists and actors and politicians and writers and just people that you may know of, people your kids may know of and look up to or have heard about, writing letters explaining from their perspective the impact that books and reading has had on their lives and why it really is something that kids should embrace and enjoy and understand how it can help forge their path that they're going on in the future, help open their minds to other opportunities that they haven't thought of or been exposed to in their day-to-day life, types of people that they may not see, destinations, both real and imagined. When my dad realized he wouldn't live long enough to show me the actual world, he got busy giving it to me in books. Books he wanted me to read then and books he wanted me to read in the future. Laura Brightman, author, historian, and anthropologist of science. The truth is, no human being has ever known what any other human being was thinking, ever, in the entire history of our species. Telepathy is, alas, not real, but in novels it is. The fact that novels are so compelling, the fact that we can weep for imaginary people who never lived and never will live, says something about how we experience other people. Cory Doctorow, science fiction author, activist, and journalist. My life, my childhood was happy, but it was just one life lived on Dodds Lane in Princeton, New Jersey, in the middle of the 20th century. I opened the cover of The Secret Garden, though, and like magic, I found myself living Mary Lennox's life decades earlier in Misselthwaite Manor in Yorkshire, England. I opened the cover of Pippi Longstocking and found myself residing without any adults in an enormous house with a horse and a monkey. Anne Martin, author of many books for young readers. Each page has the letter, and at the bottom it's from the author and a little bit about what they've done, what they've accomplished, and just seeing the variety of people who've contributed and the variance of how books impacted their lives and helped to form who they are now as adults, I think is an amazing gift to give your kids. And each letter in the book is accompanied by an illustration from a variety of really talented artists to kind of exemplify the joy of reading and what is being told in the letter, making each page you turn to a delight in both what you read and the senses of the illustration. And perhaps you'll discover an individual, either writer or artist, that fascinates your child. There's a little description of all of the letter writers at the bottom that you could look into their works a little more, and the artist. There are pages at the back of the book that talks about the artists. Velocity of Being, Letters to Young People is an amazing book of inspiration and encouragement and love, and you can see that from the images and the words. All of these people who've made an impact in the world around them, how books have made an impact to them. You can pull this book out at any time, pick a random page and just read it and feel inside sort of this overwhelming kind of joy. Somehow I feel like I'm coming short coming up short to try and get across just how much I love this book and why it should be something that you look out to share in your family, with your kids, even for yourself. I'll include more information below for the book should you decide, and hopefully you will, to add it to your home library. On Wednesdays, you can find me here talking about books for kids, perhaps a little geek twist, something you haven't thought about adding to your home library. If you like this content, like to see more of it, be sure to give this a little thumbs up. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified of more content like this as it is published. And until next time, one to beam out.